Hey friends, how's it going? Happy Thursday. I hope that you are having a fantastic week. I am back to talk with you more about food guilt, as that's the focus of our Fit with Ease topic this week. And what I wanted to chat about today is one of the most common sentiments that I hear from women. I see women writing about this all the time. It comes up in my group programs, and I hear it even in the office at work. And really, it's this idea that we can ruin a day, a week, whatever it is, whatever the length of time is, with a single food decision. And I hear this so often that it makes my skin crawl. It is this idea that if I eat one bad thing, my entire day is ruined. There's no point in keeping on track that day because the day is already wasted. I may as well just write it off and start over tomorrow. I want to tackle that once and for all in today's conversation. So, can one bad food choice really ruin your day? Yes. Yes, it can. And it is not probably in the way that you are thinking. After working with hundreds of women over the last 18 months, coaching them online and in person, I have found that there are times where a single food choice can ruin an entire day, an entire week, an entire month. But this only happens when you let that food decision and the guilt that comes with it keep you from getting back on track. And said in another way, there is no food decision, no amount of calories that you ate, no matter how many glasses of wine that you drank in a sitting, that is going to create a long-term problem if you are able to get back on track immediately. Where I see women struggling is that they will get so down on themselves for a food decision that they make, and then they continue in that bad course of eating because they figure, well, I've already ruined this day, this month, this week, whatever. The food isn't the problem. The guilt is the problem. The guilt is what pushes them to eat poorly, to continue to drink throughout the week, to skip workouts, all because they're frustrated with themselves. So again, it's all about awareness. Remember that beating yourself up, making yourself stay negative is what actually is going to ruin your day for healthy eating. If we're really, really aiming for consistency and long-term fat loss, we've got to acknowledge that some days, some food decisions are going to be better than others. There are going to be days where we're going to crush our workouts and eat nothing but whole, delicious, nutritious food. And then there are going to be Fridays where we maybe have a few gin and tonics alongside our big ass salad. And let's be real, both of these days are consistent. Those are not inherently problematic as long as we are able to maintain our momentum as we move through our days, weeks, months. If we're aiming for consistency, one thing and one thing alone matters, and that's awareness. So if you're wanting to stay on track over the long term and not let one food decision ruin your day, we need to be able to recognize that consistency is a continuum and that we can get back on track no matter the decisions that we make. So if you're struggling with that awareness, I want to share two of the tips that I use with my clients whenever they're getting frustrated with themselves for any nutrition-related decision. Number one, I want you to look at absolutely everything as data. I want you to start taking emotion out of the equation. When we do this, it becomes so much easier to make changes. So I will encourage clients, myself, my friends, to take emotion out, get super clinical, and try to see what's actually happening. So sometimes this will mean tracking our food. Sometimes this will mean taking progress pictures. Sometimes it's just taking a minute to ask ourselves, how do we actually feel after we eat something? And when we make mistakes, we have to look at those mistakes as data points. And that's it. Second tip, as you're dealing with an eating mistake, a misstep, or a less consistent day, I want you to ask yourself why. Ask yourself why over and over, all the time, every single day. Why did I do this? Why am I feeling this way? Keep asking yourself this question until you get to the root of the problem. And the hint is that the root of the problem is probably where you're starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable with the questions. As you keep asking yourself this, you will start to see what the solution is. Because perhaps there are days where you are not sleeping and then you have too much pizza. Or maybe you're missing workout because you are depressed. Start figuring out what those things are, food, nutrition, exercise, any of it, by looking at every situation as data, asking yourself why, and really understanding what is going to ruin your day, your week, your month. Because again, no matter what you ate, no matter what you drank, no matter how many workouts you've missed, you didn't ruin anything. It's the guilt and the negative self-talk that keeps you on a negative path that will ruin your day, your week, your month. So take that, think about it. Let me know if you have any questions at all.